Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. We are at Perth Underground Station. It is Sunday the 3rd of May 2026 already, and we have a Fremantle train here. Yes, it is yet again the every 3 or 4 months closure, Perth Station closure day. That's what it should be called instead of Heritage Line closure like I used to call it. Makes way more sense. With the Midland Airport and Ellenbrook Lines practically fully closed. Airport line resuming from Perth Underground to Claremont at night. But otherwise, Fremantle Line running here from Perth Underground with the B series only every 15 minutes, while the Armadale Line terminates at Perth Stadium and the Thornlie-Cockburn Line terminates at Beckenham. Wonder how many people on that train thought they're going to Yanchep. So this is always a very confusing day for everyone because they really don't expect half the rail network to be shut. No A series running, Perth Station closed, and Fremantle Line trains down here. We've already filmed all this before, but the main thing is the Armadale terminating trains at Perth Stadium. The last time, which I think there was only one time before this where it was Armadale terminating there instead of TCL, ever since it opened down to Byford. With that, they didn't have announcements, but as of the most recent announcement update, they now do, including a very special announcement at Burswood. So we're actually going to have to go there and check it out for this video, making another one again. And over here we have the May service disruptions, including today's day closures and platform changes for all the lines. The only disruption for the Armadale Line this month. There are some nightly closures after this for Midland Line, Fremantle Line, Midland Line. It's actually separate. Midland Line on the 4th and Ellenbrook Line on the 5th and 6th. But otherwise there's nothing else happening. Oh yeah, also of course TCL going to stadium at night. Nothing significant after the weekend closures of the Yanchep line.
This service stops all stations to Manchester.
Now here they still have the April disruptions, absolutely terrible. It doesn't even say the most major disruption. Let me show you the sign that does have the May disruptions though. It looks so ridiculous. Also this board here doesn't even list the Fremantle trains, which is also terrible.
Fremantle Line, that way, platform line.
That's weird they don't close this off anymore. In the past with this closure, they used to close this whole walkway off, which immediately implied to everyone it's closed, but now people are still trying to go up here. But I guess it's because the toilets are now up here, as well as the information center and stuff. It's just so bad that they think it's acceptable to make the Fremantle Line every 15 minutes on these days like it used to be before the Airport Line, and every other day it has 7-minute frequency in the intersection. Like, it's just, I don't think that's fair, especially when it's 3 car trains instead of 4. You know how bad that is? Like, oh my gosh. Although, to be fair, Yanchep Mandarin lines still have 15-minute frequency all the time, despite being the busiest lines on the weekends. But yeah. Oh, there's the announcement. Oh, there's a separate one for the Midland Airport, Ellenbrook and Armadale TCL, but here it is. This is the upcoming disruptions. We literally only have a small night closure for the Midland and Ellenbrook lines, but otherwise you got this massive one with all the colors there and everything listed for all the lines. That it must be so confusing. That is crazy. All just for the Perth Station maintenance works. Now they actually have the lights on in the CityLink tunnel. It is closed beyond here, but you can go up to platform 5. Also, Australind, of course, resuming at the end of June now. Not that long to go. Very interesting. Only on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday though, with 1 return service a day to begin with. I might not be here because I did already book the Indian Pacific to Sydney right on that weekend, unfortunately. I'm trying to get it changed, but might not be able to, which I'm going to be so mad at. Literally the very last train related thing for a long time, even though it's a regional train, but I don't know. Oh well. You know, Indian Pacific, so much money spent on that, might as well enjoy it. Anyway, we'll get to that when we get to that. For now, we're just looking at this. So there's Perth City Link tunnel works. Lights are on in there, they're doing something. Don't know what, can't really get a closer look. There's also that truck on the tracks down there and platform 4 blocked off. So they are doing stuff in the main section like they usually do. It's just a shame they have to close the entire eastern group because of that. Very soon though, in January 2027, they're going to open Bellevue Depot. And then once they do that, which is not that much longer to go, they'll be able to run all those lines up to Bayswater or even East Perth, just like they do with the Armadale Line to the stadium. What they can do is maybe Midland Line or Airport Line to East Perth, maybe 2 of the lines, and then Ellenbrook just terminate at Bayswater. That'll be so much better and mean so much less disruption during these days. Then only the very intersection will actually be closed, and it won't even be that bad. It'll only be Perth to East Perth, Perth to stadium. Everything else still running, although with the lower 15-minute frequencies, especially on the Armadale intersection and Fremantle intersection. And even, I guess, East Perth Bayswater, but... Yep, there's nothing else to see, really. Except the dead Perth Station. We must be the only city in Australia that closes their central station, like, on a regular basis. Every 3 months, just decides no trains at the central station. It's so crazy. Anyway, I'll leave out now before we go to default fare and take a look at some of the buses. We're going to take the 907 now over to Burswood and then check out the brand new cool announcements. Right, here are all the train replacement services, 3111 and the 903. I love how the northern depots do it, so it actually gets quite an interesting run up there to Ellenbrook. Literally on the other side, all 3 replacement buses at once right now. 901, 903, 902. Rigids, absolutely terrible. Look how packed the 901 is. They just had their new Midland station open a mere 2 months ago and it's already closed again. Back to the 901 for the full line. It's so bad, rigids on the 901, but I guess there's not enough bus availability with the amount of train replacement that has to run. And the rigid 903. 903 is the absolute, no, 902 is actually even worse, but 903 is so bad. It takes an hour and a half basically, 3 times longer than the train to get to Ellenbrook. Makes it feel like what it used to feel like before the train line with the 955 and stuff. Now it's pretty weird actually, on this side they have the 903 and the 908 on the same stand. Wait, do they even have a 907? Oh yeah, they do. With the 902, gosh, that's just so confusing. Why can't you just put the eastern groups together? Like, the buses shouldn't be leaving at the same time, I don't think. Or maybe they are, but it's just, yeah. Especially 907, 908 being separated, like, considering they go half the same way, you know. I mean, so did these ones. There's the 902. Now even worse with the Grogan Road closure, meaning even longer around the airport. See now, if you're going to Morley, 950 might even be the way to go. 902 out to High Wycombe, operated by Keolis now. A lot of changes since the last time we've seen this stuff. And here's the 907, Arctic, Burswood Station. Terminating there. I still didn't get why the first time they did it to Oat Street with Vic Park terminating and then they decided the other way. And now it's actually very formally Burswood. They actually have the bus now starting on the side of the road closest to the station and doing a U-turn and serving the other side of the road as well. So that's good. Plus they have the announcement on the train, so it's very, very much more easy to navigate because it actually says transfer for train replacement buses here. We'll take the next 907. And also recently we had Anzac Day when none of the cats run, as it says on here. Same with Good Friday. There were so many people here who didn't know that and I had to keep telling them. And then also they were planning not to run them on the observed public holiday on the Monday. And it wasn't even on the app, which means so many people probably didn't realize. I mean, I thought they weren't going to run either. But then last minute they changed it and actually did make it run and it still didn't show up on the app. But they actually had them all running. I mean, except green, obviously. But yeah, that was also kind of a weird move. All right. Not long now until the 907 that I want to catch with my driver friend. Right, here we are in the bus port now. Armadale Line train replacement services depart from Zone A. Should probably say TCL as well. I guess not, but because it's not 908. And then over there it says Midland, Ellenbrook and High Wycombe Line, again from Zone B. So it also says Burswood train replacement on there as the destination, which is so weird. Anyway, we'll get the 907 now. Right, we are now here. Oh, it actually does say to Perth on this side. What the heck? That is so weird that they actually put to Perth here. That is crazy speeding right there. Jesus Christ. And he's in the wrong lane to go straight. Oh, he's not going straight. Well, anyway, so there are the 907s now. They do actually pick up on this side. There's actually 2 stands here now, including like a drop-off. And then they turn around and go back. Now, it was actually really terrible. I think they reduced the time a bit. I mean, it's running every 7 minutes from Perth here, and then here they leave 2 at the same time, connecting with the train. But I swear it used to be almost half an hour. Now it's like 22 minutes, which is much more realistic. But it was terrible because it still came early, like 15 minutes early, and now practically everyone missed the train because it was 1 minute away. Now we do have the bi-directional running from Victoria Park to Perth Stadium. I already filmed that twice though now, I think. But this is only the second time it's running with Byford Line, or Armadale Line to Byford. And as I said, there is now announcements, including the Burswood announcement, which is a very special one, actually telling you to change for train replacement here, which is like nowhere else. So yeah, there's the information for that here. That should be in a few minutes, and people are gonna get really confused again. Like, seriously, now that everyone missed it, you could just get on it, go back to the stadium, sit on it, and then go back again. But, yeah, we'll just film it. So now they actually have pattern S. Oh, what? The button's like been disabled. They actually have pattern S now for the terminating trains. Before they didn't have it.
The next train to Perth Stadium departs in 2 minutes, followed by Byford departs in 12 minutes. The train stops all stations.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, so that's the new pattern, S. Just like they had J on the Yanchep line with the Joondalup announcements added, but then they removed it after like 1 day. Now, I don't know if the same will happen here, but anyway, train's coming in the siding right now, and should cross over, and then we'll just take it up to the stadium, record the 3 new announcements. Well, there's obviously also Byford to Perth Stadium. I might do that at night later on, which is gonna be a cool one. We've already got the Beckenham announcements though, but for up here there's 3 announcements, which is the Burswood one, and then the terminating at Stadium one, which you would have already heard on Stadium Shuttle, and then Perth Stadium to Byford.
Replacement bus services are departing from Perth Stadium and Burswood Station. Thornlie-Cockburn Line services are operating from Beckenham Station.
Why does it matter if you're driving to Byford, don't board this there? It's literally the same train. Bro, it's the same train. You can just get on and sit on it. And there's the stadium desto now. Pretty funny having that when it's not a stadium event day. Oh yeah, we need to hear the announcement.
Transfer here for train replacement bus services to Perth.
Attention passengers, this service will be stopping at Stadium and terminating. If you require get rail replacement bus service. Thank you.
Where's the bus service?
So if you head out on the platform, I can help you afterwards.
All right, thank you.
Hello, hi. This service is terminating at Stadium. If you need rail replacement, please head down.
Well, there's so much confusion with the one extra stop, and there's one extra person left in the train. Everyone got kicked off. Even with the announcements, they still need people getting on to tell them. But at least you can still get to the stadium parklands. Anyway, we'll hear the announcement now, even though this is a normal one, I think. Unless they didn't change the tone of it, because some of them got changed. I hope you heard the Burswood one, but I do have a better clip of it. I mean, yeah. Should be fine. I was not going to say it until we arrive anyway.
Next station, Perth Stadium, where this service terminates.
Yeah, that's just the normal one. But yeah, the fact that they added this to the announcement system now means that this is obviously the way they'll be going with the Perth Station closures from now on. No more Metronet expansions and nothing new to see. Although, actually, with the Australian, what is going to happen with the Australian? Please tell me it's just going to terminate at Armadale or something, I guess, and then yeah, but then what? I guess, I mean, yeah, that's what they do with the Prospector. It just terminates in Midland. I guess it'll just terminate at Armadale or Byford probably. Oh, it's not this train. Okay, sorry. I made a mistake before saying that they could board this train. I mean, they could still, but then they have to switch because it actually has a 20-minute turnaround. Never mind. I forgot about that. What? Is this like Cannington? Right, you forget to open the doors. Wow. Right, and now there's no announcement. Oh well. And people still trying to take the bus.
Attention passengers, due to schedule
And there's the S
train
pattern.
maintenance, Armadale Line train services are terminating at Perth Stadium. Replacement bus services are departing from Perth Stadium and Burswood Station. Thornlie-Cockburn Line services are operating from Beckenham Station.
Alright, well, we've already seen all this, but now we get the announcement here as well, if we can. There it is.
This train runs from Perth Stadium to Byford, stopping at all stations.
Right, we're going to end this video at Murdoch, which is quite funny because I was literally here at the start of the Joondalup terminating video as well, and I'm here for the same reason right now. So I did go down to Byford trying to get the announcement. For some reason it didn't even play, and I got so pissed. Like, it was on the screen, but the voice didn't play. And then I deleted the clip, which I shouldn't have, because you could have still seen the screen clip. The display clip or whatever. So I went down to Byford, and then I went back up to Cannington to get on the Cockburn train. And then I realized that now at night with the Thornlie-Cockburn Line going to Perth Stadium, they would also have new announcements there. This train runs from Perth Stadium to Cockburn Central. And also there was actually an announcement at Cannington that said next station Cannington, then all stations to Perth Stadium, which would have been cool as well. And I missed recording that, so now I'm just so mad. And then obviously the Cockburn to Perth Stadium announcement as well. But yeah, here is a Fremantle train actually, running express through, still doing this for some reason, even though it's 30-minute frequency now, so they could easily turn around somewhere else. Absolutely zooming. Oh my god. Insane. Yeah, I don't know, I kind of wasted the day. I could have filmed all those announcements for you, but unfortunately I didn't. And then, yeah, so I was on the Thornlie-Cockburn line, and yet again there was a confused person. I swear there always is, but this time it was because the stupid screen displays at Cannington are yellow for the TCL when there's disruptions, which obviously confuses the general public because they always think that the yellow is the Byford train. So somehow, I mean, I know you should have read the destination, but apparently she just saw the yellow and got on, and then she's like, oh, where is this train going? I wanted to go to Maddington. And the transit officer tried to make her get off at Nicholson Road when the train on the other side just left, so it would have been a 28-minute wait. And then I was like, hang on, did you know you can go to Ranford Road and get the 209, which is coming in 10 minutes, and that bus will take you straight there? And then I got off at Ranford Road yet again and showed her where the 209 is, while I took the 209 back in the other direction to Murdoch, and now we're here again. And now I'm just going to take one more train home. I was trying to get home from Byford with no buses by going to Cockburn and then up, but now I ended up on one anyway, but it doesn't matter. The main point is, yeah, I missed out recording those announcements, but I guess that actually leaves something for the next time they do this closure now, which actually is not going to be that many more times. Like in, well, yeah, we're already in May, so basically there's going to be one more probably in July or even August, and then another one in like November-ish, and then after that Bellevue Depot will already be open, so we're going to have a very different kind for this closure with the Bayswater East Perth terminating, as I said before. Although obviously the operations down here will still be the same, so yeah, like we can still record that. And I guess there will be A series operating then, if they'll have them in Bellevue Depot. Probably. I don't actually know. That's actually a good question. I guess they will, considering the Midland line is all A series. So the A series will actually get a second depot then. So at the moment they mainly only have Claysbrook. Speaking of A series, did I already say that there was literally an A series to Mandurah again and I missed it out? Wait, did I do a video recently? I don't know. But yeah, there was an A series to Mandurah on Labour Day somehow. Public holiday because the Yantra plane was closed and the B series broke down. I had no spare, ended up being one at like 8 a.m. so that's pretty crazy as well. Anyway, it is very late and I'm gonna go back, so I'll just upload this as is, and that is this, and then next time we have this closure, I promise you I will actually go out and get all those announcements, because as I said, there's like 5 different ones I still need to get now. Every time there's something going on, but at least it keeps me busy, eh? Yeah. Now I gotta go all the way back up. So God, Lifted Lake Lines is out of service. Isn't that why you put 4 lift shafts there? So that you don't have this issue? Did they install the second lift? I don't think they did. So they have the lift shafts and not the lifts. Great. All right. Bye.